Hi, and welcome to our 50th More Gems Show. I'm Steve Moriarty, your host, and with me tonight are my two sons, Michael, who's in charge of this production. Hello, Michael.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the show. Thank you for coming once again, or if it's your first time here, welcome.
And also Jeffrey, who is our chat moderator.
Hey again, guys. Thank you, everybody. I'm trying to respond to everybody here. We got a lot of people from all over the world, some from right here in Indiana. Just want to say hey to, we got Amber from Indiana.
Uh-huh.
We got, let's see, Reach Me from Fort Lauderdale. We got Tim from Massachusetts.
Nice.
We got Lori from Texas.
And Lisa from Texas.
Lisa
A
from
couple
Texas.
Texans. All right.
We got a lot.
Another one, Gail
everybody.
from Houston.
Cool.
Eileen's here. Hey, Eileen.
Hey,
Eileen, what's up?
James is here.
Hey,
James.
James.
Is our viewer. Hey, James.
Did I see somebody from London?
Yep, London. We got Scott again. He's out in the Netherlands.
Oh,
I
man.
think you watched last.
Yeah.
So
Very cool.
Yeah, we got people. Tom from Elkhart. Okay, that's close by.
Yeah.
But yeah, everybody's all around. We're located right outside of Chicago in Crown Point, Indiana. If this is your first time watching, and we're just excited, as you guys mentioned, this is our 50th show.
Yes.
Which is crazy.
Right. And not only that, but we just hit 100,000 subscribers, which is super sweet. So,
awesome.
if you are just joining us, please feel free to like, subscribe, ring the bell to get notifications for when we go live. Next milestone will be 1 million. So you guys ready for that?
That's a big milestone, Michael.
Yeah, that's a big one. You guys have done a good job getting us where we're at.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's all because of the fans that are watching, and we really appreciate it. So thank you guys very much. And that's kind of what this show's about. Tonight we're showing a lot of great new stones, but we're also going to be doing some giveaways that you may have heard about. So I don't know, Jeff, you want to tell them a little bit about those?
Yeah, so tonight we're going to be giving away, I believe is it 5 gift cards?
Yes, yeah, 5 $150 gift cards.
Yes. So you'll be able to use those on a future purchase. And we'll also be giving away some of Mineral Mike's mineral specimens, I guess.
Yep, yeah.
Some really cool crystals that you have. Steve's going to display it right now.
Spanish pyrite.
Yeah, so those are going to be given away, and you got another one?
Yep.
That one's cool.
A really beautiful quartz specimen.
And you're probably asking, how do I win these amazing
How do we win, Jeffrey?
Oh, that's cool.
An Ethiopian opal.
Yeah, Jeffrey likes
specimens.
those.
Yeah.
In a case. Oh, that's cool. So everybody can enter. Now with the gift cards, those worldwide, if you're outside of the U.S., enter and you can win those gift cards. The mineral specimens, though, that's just for U.S. only.
Right.
So those will only be for the U.S. But if you do want to enter, how do you do that? So there's 2 ways. If you are chatting with us, which we have a lively chat going on. So if you do, if you're logged into YouTube or Google, do that, and you can chat with us. You can ask questions all night and that kind of thing. But right at the top, pinned at the top, there is a link that's going to take you to the sign up. You just have to enter your name, shipping address, email address, and then if you haven't entered your SMS with us before, you can do that as well, and they'll give you an additional entry. Throughout the show, we're going to be calling out winners and everything, so I just have to tally them up, throw them through the randomizer, and we'll pick winners throughout the night. I think it's that easy. You can also go when you're
Hopefully
shopping.
it works that smooth.
Yeah, you can go to MoreGems.com, and at the top of the page, there's also a link that takes you to that sign-up form as well. So hopefully that answers that. If you got questions, though, throw them in the chat. I'll be moderating it all night to help you out. So 100,000 followers. Woo.
Yeah, right.
All right. Do we want to go into anything, or should we talk about how the show works?
Yeah, we should probably talk about how the show works.
Okay.
So Steve or Jeffrey, you want to do that?
Yeah, I can. Again, there's a lot of people that watch every month. We do this once a month. And throughout tonight, you're going to be seeing some amazing stones that most or a lot of them are cut by.
Yeah, all but maybe 3 stones are cut in our shop.
Yes, yes. And a lot of those cut by master gem cutter Steve Moriarty right over here.
A couple by Mike and
a couple by Michael as
one
well.
By Linda.
So that's a specialty. I know. I think Eileen's got one of your first ones, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. So these are new releases, new drops all night long. No one's seen them yet. And tonight you'll be the first ones to be able to see them and purchase them. We'll be displaying them all night. They're all going to be available at MoreGems.com. You just got to click on that big banner. That'll take you there. And for you guys, you're going to get 15 to 25% off all night long. 15% off almost everything that's shown on the show with coupon code PARTY, PARTY, for the huge celebration tonight. And then we're also going to be having 2 hidden stones. These we won't show. You're never going to know when these pop up. Those will be 25% off with the coupon RARE25. And we'll mention that throughout the show. Other than that, if you're enjoying it so far, please give us that little thumbs up at the bottom. And if you haven't subscribed yet and want to be a subscriber to our show, hit that subscribe button. We're at 100,000 right now. We want to hit that million. All right. I think that's
how about
payments? Yes. Always forget about that. How can you pay? So if you like something on the show, just go through the website, add it to cart, use coupon code PARTY at checkout. It'll take 15% off. And then you can choose credit card. We also offer PayPal. And we offer, what's the financing one we offer? Maybe Affirm. It's either Affirm, Klarna, or Afterpay. One of those two. There's so many now, but there's some financing options. And if you want to do a layaway, if the stone's available tomorrow, you can always call us and we can do a layaway program as well with 20% down.
Okay. And, as far as the pricing you'll see on the site, there is an appraised price, which is based on the Gem Guide, which is a market-driven independent pricing guide. This comes out every month, and they go to all the trade shows and they price with the wholesale companies. They give us a price list, and they really break down a lot of gems. Here's morganite, and they'll give all the different qualities and the recommended wholesale price. And then the appraised price is based on a recommended markup by the Gem Guide. Our online price is what's on the show, and then we'll have 15% off with Party. Is that it?
Yeah, I think so. Do we got anything else, Jeffrey?
I think that's it right now.
All right. Yeah, we can get started here, and ready for the first stone.
Okay, cool. All right, up first is this Trilliant Citrine. This I cut, it's a step cut Trilliant and worked out really well. Just a very orange stone, comes from Uruguay. This has been produced probably for the last 15 years. Much more limited production these days. We don't see a lot from Uruguay currently. But just it's great when we get these citrines because they're such a rich orange color. This particular stone weighs 14.12 carats. The appraised price $1,260. Online price is $840, and with the 15% off, it's $714 or $51 a carat. Just really a outstanding color. Let's see if I can. You put me on the big screen there, Mike.
Lost the camera already.
Did we?
Go forward more, Steve.
Yeah. Technical difficulties.
So this seems to happen every time. That camera just gives us the biggest most issues. Go ahead and discuss it a little further, Steve.
Okay. See if you can fix this. Right. All right. Just a very clean stone. Just extremely brilliant. And just the color. There's so much orange in this, it's almost orange, and just makes this a really special color in quartz. I don't know of any other source that's produced this kind of color. Back in the early 1980s, previous this Uruguay source is the only time I remember getting material like this, and that came from somewhere in Brazil, too far back for me to remember exactly. I don't know what else to say about that stone, but yeah, and the citrines, the issue with there you go. Quartz is one of the more difficult stones to polish. It's for most people, it's probably gives us more problem polishing than most any other stone.
Yeah, this stone, when Steve finished it, we all looked at it in the shop, and it is just extremely bright. The brilliance is just, it's insane. It's a really extraordinary piece, like Steve was saying. But yeah, everybody in the shop here loved it.
And this, quartz is one of those stones. It's for me as a cutter, sometimes it's difficult to sit down and do it just because of the difficulty of polishing and the amount of time that a stone this size takes is not the most rewarding financially because they don't go for a lot per carat. But they do produce incredible stones. As you'll see this and some of the amethysts that we cut, they're just some really beautiful material out of South America. Now, as you're looking at the pictures and videos, what you'll see online and in this video like this is much more accurate for the color than what we're going to show you in this camera, because we can't do any adjusting, very little adjusting of the camera to get the color as accurate as we can. But when we put them online, they are as accurate as we can possibly make them. And then with the next stone.
Okay, ask you a couple questions.
Sure.
Nicholas wants to know, how stable is citrine when exposed to sunlight?
Yeah, I don't know of any issues with citrine. Amethyst occasionally can fade, but I think all the fading issue is, as far as I know, taken out of it, because most of these started as amethyst and they're heated. And we get the citrine color from heated amethyst. So this stone was an amethyst previously, heated it, and it became this golden color. And to the best of my knowledge, I've never heard of an issue with citrine fading.
Okay. So somebody else, I think James and River Roker wanted to know, is it heat treated or irradiated?
Heat treated.
Heat treated.
Yeah, I don't think there's no irradiation for quartz. Well, for amethyst and citrine. The green quartz is irradiated, and there are colors of quartz that definitely have been irradiated, but these are natural or heat treated only.
All right, thank you.
All right, next stone is a tourmaline. I'm going to show you this, but the picture here, as is an issue with these lights and stuff, you'll see a needle that runs across that in person is just not easily visible as it is in this magnified version. But there is a needle that runs across it, but in person it's almost invisible. Maybe. Yeah, we do have some new ability to change some of the settings on this camera to get the color as best we can. Yeah, I don't know what originally it was.
We were on landscape.
Oh, okay.
That's what I went back to.
Okay. Okay. So anyway, this is a 6-carat 8. It comes from the Democratic Republic of Congo, which has been producing some fine tourmalines for probably the last 6-7 years, maybe a little longer. Time passes so quickly. But production these days is very negligible. It was remarkable production, and there's issues in the country, and I think production generally is down as if so many sources around the world they're found, and then many of them last a short period. Some of them like this, you get 6-8 years out of it, and then production ends. So we'll see what the future of it is, but currently very little production of this material out of Congo. And the nice thing about most of this material is they're natural colors. They came out of the ground fairly light colors. All the colors, the greens, the pinks, the peaches, they were light enough they didn't require heating. Many of the sources for tourmalines around the world require heating because they're overly dark, and when they're heated, they tend to lighten up. But almost all this material out of Congo is natural, untreated color. So this particular stone, appraised price on it is $3,465. Our price online is $1,820. The 15% off is $1,547 or $254 a carat. Just a nice, beautiful peach color. And the next stone is one that Michael cut. It is a standard round amethyst. It weighs 9.64 carat. And if you look at it, he did a beautiful job. He's new at this, and he's really out for perfection. And his facet meets are outstanding. The polish is great. He just does a wonderful job of cutting. So he's got a future in it for sure.
Oh, thanks, Steve. Yeah, this one was, I wanted to try just like kind of just a simple cut to see how it would look on this material. And I think it came out pretty good. I was cutting the crown and something was going wrong, but I was pretty proud of myself because I figured it out and got it back to where it needed to be. So left a little bit of extra girdle just in case, and I used it. So, but I think it came out pretty good.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful stone. This material comes from Bahia, Brazil. And his material you'll see from us for years because we bought 3 kilos of it. And, we cut 2 or 3 stones a month. So we'll have some material for a while. It is some of the best amethyst I've seen from any source. It vies with what came out of Rwanda. Just a really remarkable color with a nice display of pleochroism. Different lights, you see different shades of the color, more red or more blue in different lights. And just really, really a very, very nice, even color amethyst. This particular stone weighs 9.64 carats. The appraised price on it is $960. Our online price $530 with 15% off using coupon code PARTY is $451 or $47 a carat. And I would bet Michael has probably 6-7 hours in this stone, maybe.
Yeah, it took me a little while.
Yeah.
But you know,
you get quicker as you go.
Right, and you know, I want to get it right, and so probably around that.
Yeah. So even if I cut it, it's going to take me 4 hours to cut. Yeah. And my facet meats probably won't be quite as good, but yeah, maybe. Yeah. What I strive for is polish. I know polish is what creates the brilliance of the stone. The facet meets are important if you're in competition, and it is important that they meet and look right, but 100% perfection takes a lot of time. It'll double your time in cutting, so making them this perfect is really in production is difficult to do every day. Not that I don't hit it often, but sometimes when you run into issues, you do have to make some leeway for. You can't recut every time you overcut slightly. So.
The stone's active on what side? Which one? The show stones.
Okay, lost my train of thought there. But really, really nice stone there, Michael.
Thank you. And Colleen, yes, the stones should be on the website. If you go to MoreGems.com, there should be a main image banner. If you click that image banner, it should take you to all the show stones shown tonight. We changed out that green banner at the top for the giveaway. So if you click that link at the top, it's going to take you to the giveaway form to where you can enter tonight's giveaway. So where if anybody just tuned in, we're giving away 5 $150 gift cards, as well as 3 mineral specimens. So hurry on over there and sign up for that because we'll probably be doing the first drawing here fairly soon since we've got 8 of them. So we'll want to get through those tonight.
All right. Next stone up is another stone Michael cut, which is an amethyst. The last stone was an amethyst. This stone's aqua. This stone, a couple of minor imperfections, and like I've stated many times, unfortunately, the camera setup as we have shows everything in it, and when you wear the stone or look at the stone, it'll be much better looking than what you're going to see in this camera. Those imperfections you see here are difficult to see in person, but they're there, and it's graded SI1 clarity just because of that. But that said, this is really a remarkable color of aquamarine. It's completely natural. There's no treatment. It has a slight greenish tone to it in person. And if you heated it, that green will turn to all blue, as most aquamarine is heated to get rid of the green. On sometimes the green adds to the beauty of the stone, and we leave it. Many times it has a negative effect on it, so people will heat treat most aquamarine to get rid of that green secondary tone. But aqua is greenish blue is what aquamarine is, that color. So it's nice when you have a natural aqua that displays a little bit of that green. It just makes it a unique color. This particular stone weighs 3.10 carat. Praise price on this stone is $1,760. The online price $775, and with 15% off, it's $659 or $213 a carat. Just pretty aqua. And I believe this is from Madagascar. I'm not 100% sure. I dug it out of an old bag of stones that I had for Michael to cut, and
it actually sat in my machine half cut for about 3 months, just because after we got back from Tucson, I was working on other things, and I just started getting back into on the faceting machine again. So this was the first one I did, and then I cut the amethyst.
Yeah, it really a great color, and again, a nicely cut stone.
And Steve, could you show it on the hand? Somebody was asking about the amethyst on the hand as well.
Oh, we didn't get the
old
hand out.
Yeah. Well, you have to use your hand.
Okay. Well, keep in mind I have a pretty big hand. Whoop.
There it goes.
Ah, well, he can fix it. Yeah. I don't know if I can. Well.
Then also with, I don't think we mentioned this earlier for all the new people.
Yeah, that's better.
That we do offer custom jewelry design. So when you buy these stones tonight, if you choose any ones to buy, we can ship it to you. You can take a look at it, see if you like it and everything. But we can also hold on to it, or if you want to do a custom design, or however you want to do it. We can make a ring, a pendant, pretty much anything, right?
Yeah, and we do computer-aided design, so you can pretty much see an accurate representation of what it will look like. Once you decide it's what you like, we can even send you a wax model of what the finished piece will look like, so you can actually put it on your hand and get a better idea whether it's really what you want. My nephew Chris is our designer, and he's really good at computer-aided design, and he's just very, very creative with these stones. All right, next stone there, Mike. So next up is an ametrine. Ametrine comes from Bolivia. It's a bicolor quartz. Comes naturally like this, no treatment, and it's interesting challenge to try and get these colors to separate correctly and give you something unique in a gem. I've always thought that this was really one of the bargains in the business. For the low price per carat, you get a bicolor gem, whereas all other bicolors like tourmalines are $400 or $500 a carat. Here's a stone in ametrine that's under $40 a carat. And the only source for it is Bolivia. So it just has always baffled me why it doesn't go for more money. But it's to your benefit. You get a nice stone like this, weighs 27 carats. Whoop. Come on. And you can see the nice split of the golden citrine color and the purple of the amethyst. Whoop.
Color the best in that.
Yeah, let's see if I can. So this one weighs 27 carat 6, again from Bolivia. Appraised value on this stone is $2,005. Our online price $1,215. 15% off this with coupon code PARTY brings it in at $1,033 or $38 a carat. This has been a real popular stone for us, and I'm always looking for material to cut. Just hard to find really good material. I just bought one and unfortunately sent it back. It just wasn't quite what I was after. I like these bicolors where it splits 50-50, and, also like the ones where you can get a multi-patchy color in them, still splitting the yellow and the purple as we've had a few in the past, but those are even more difficult to find.
Steve, Colleen was wanting to know, there was something on the surface of this gem. Was that an inclusion in there? Or
this is a VS2. It does have a little, I don't know if you can see it in the video. Yeah, so, and it is right at the surface, and, I debate whether taking it out or not. Because it's pretty shallow. I don't know if yeah. And that's something that, I probably should take it out, and I don't know how deep it was. And I don't think I saw it originally. Yeah, I have to take a look at it and see just how much it's going to... there's plenty of crown, so it is something that can come out. I'll put that on my list.
So we do our first giveaway?
We're going to do a giveaway?
A giveaway, all right.
Giveaway.
The balloons. You know what the balloons mean, Jeffrey?
Giveaway time?
It's giveaway time. Yes,
what are we giving away?
Well, let's start with a $150 e-gift card.
Okay.
So, and just to let everybody know, these e-gift cards are new. We just put these up maybe last week. So if you do in the future want to purchase a gift card for a loved one, we do have those available now. So that's one of the things that we're going to be giving away tonight.
All right. Use my wheel of names. Okay.
Here it comes. Also, when we announce these names, we'll send you an email. Just respond to that email so, we know that you got it.
Yes. So the first winner is... do we want to say the whole last name? Does it matter?
Maybe just
his
first name.
Okay. Catherine P.
Catherine P.
E-A.
Congratulations.
So if you know who that, you are the first winner.
Cool, Catherine. We'll send you an email. You got a $150 e-gift card for MoreGems.com.
Yep, we'll send that to you. Hopefully tomorrow morning I'll get these out.
Cool.
Still continue to sign up, everybody. If you go to MoreGems.com, and you land on that homepage, the big main image is where you can click and shop with all the stones tonight. The green banner at the top, click that and you can sign up with your email and or SMS phone number, and you'll be entered to win these giveaways we'll be doing all night.
All right, next stone is a tanzanite. This is a shield cut that I did. And it is another step cut, and it worked really nice. It's a beautiful gem. I'm pretty sure this one is heated. I think we only have one natural stone tonight. So this one gets a rating of 960 out of 1,000. It's 40% blue and 60% violet. And I think all the stones you're going to see tonight, other than the natural one, do have some red flash out of them. They're all just very high quality stones and really beautiful color on these. This particular stone weighs 5.12 carat. Price of $5,900. Our online is $33.30. With 15 off, it's $28.31, coming out to $553 a carat. Just a nice size stone, not overly deep. Sometimes you get material that you cut what's there and they end up deeper cut, and it sacrifices a little in the size of the stone, but this is a nice spread stone, cut ideal angles. Everything worked out really well on this stone. Just nice, unique shape, and just a beautiful gem.
So, Steve, you want to explain, someone's in the chat, they were wondering, or they thought that all tanzanite, well, I guess the blue colored tanzanite is heated. Can you put a little bit of input into that?
Well, almost all tanzanite is heated. Everything you see on the market generally is heated. We get some natural stones. We have some natural diesel colored stones, which is one you'll see later. We have natural sometimes because our goal is to not heat the stone first. Many cutters, primarily Indian cutters, they'll heat the rough and then cut the stones. So they have no chance of having a natural diesel colored stone. Now, we also get some material that is naturally blue and doesn't require heating. One of the stones tonight it's a little over 5 carat, and I hoped it would be natural, but it was a little overly dark. And once you heat them, they tend to, the natural ones tend to brighten up a little bit. And so it required heating. But there are natural colors that come out of the ground, naturally blue also. But this one was brown basically when it was cut, and you heat it to 1,000 degrees or a little more, and you get, it drives off the yellow that's in them and leaves the blue and purple color that you see here. But natural is unusual in the business. Yeah. But this stone, really a nice stone, and it definitely has the red flash. We've talked about it before. I don't talk about red flash a lot because you just don't typically get it, but some of the top colors in tanzanite, they'll show this red flash. That is just a characteristic that you pretty much only see in the better stones. And you see it more often in the violet, the stones that are stronger violet. The more blue stones don't typically show red flash, occasionally, but so. But really nice tanzanite. Make a great pendant. Could be a beautiful ring. Something a little different. Is that something we should know about, Jeff? Oh, I heard a ding. All right. I better turn my phone off.
Yeah, I got it, Steve. I turned it off.
All right. So, yes, we got a sale.
Yeah. Cool.
Try not to list them this early, but it's for a stone we haven't talked about yet.
Hey, that happens.
Yes. Yeah, a lot of people will come in, and if you go to that page, you can pre-purchase before anybody.
It's probably
we even talk about it.
Probably the better way to do it, especially if you want one of the stones.
Yes, if you want a stone, you can buy early. We actually had to stop listing the stones like hours before the show because they would sell right away.
Yes, yeah, and we did.
I had people coming into the store, that wanted to buy, and it's just kind of got to have the stones for the show, and so we kind of stopped.
Yes.
Previewing what was coming.
So it was, thank you, Martha. She picked up the octagonal barium cut umalite.
Oh, cool.
7 carat one.
Nice. Thank you, Martha.
7 carat umbalite.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was way down in the show, 7 carat.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. And it was a bargain. I looked at that today and I thought, wow, that's a bit cheap. I mean, usually those are $300-400 a carat, and but there's the Into It Right, and it's yeah. Thank you, Martha.
Cool.
All right, up next. This is really, I think, an extraordinary stone.
I do too.
Yeah,
This is
9 carat blue zircon.
It's something.
This comes from Malawi. Just a beautiful greenish blue. I don't think when we show it in the camera, it's going to show mostly blue, but just a beautiful color and just remarkably brilliant. I mean, you can't get a more brilliant stone than zircon. I suppose diamond might be a little more brilliant, but not a whole lot. The zircon back in the 40s, I just looked at a piece just this week that somebody had that was from the 40s. And white zircon, which was available then and still is now, was the diamond simulant of its time, because it has a very high refractive index, so you get a lot of brilliance out of the stone. More so than most any of the gems that we show, because the refractive index is 181, which is well beyond, I think, any other stone in the show. But this stone, it's a brilliant style pavilion. I think I did a 16 mains pavilion. Standard round is 8 mains. And a step cut crown, and it's just a cut that works for me really well. And this rough is particularly difficult to cut because it's heavily zoned. I mean, the zoning in it makes most of the material difficult to cut to get the color in the right location. This stone was just right, and it just, the color spreads throughout. I don't think there was much zoning in this stone. But sometimes there's just half the stone is colorless. And those actually cut unique. We like to cut some of those bicolors also. But this one just has a good, strong concentration of color and just really came out great. The zircon from Malawi weighs 9 carat. Praise value is $6,570. Our online price $32.85, and with the 15% off, it's $27.92 or $310 a carat. But this is a big stone for zircons, and getting a big round like this is unusual. I don't know the last big round I had. I mean, I haven't had one like this in years.
And at least to be able to cut it in these proportions, because before it was all from Cambodia.
Yeah, they're like snow cones.
Right, so something like this would be pretty deep.
It'd be 15 carats.
Yeah.
Cambodian stone, they're just, the rough is different, and it's very deep rough, so you get a very deep stone, and they're literally 100% depth, meaning if it was 10 millimeters wide, it's 10 millimeters deep, which they still look beautiful, but they're hard to set, and you're paying for all that extra weight that you're not getting visually. This stone has no extra depth. I mean, it's cut to ideal angles, and there's absolutely no extra depth to it. So you get a full size stone. This one is almost 12 millimeter round. So it really is a special stone. This material from Malawi is pretty new. It's been maybe the last 4 or 5 years that it's been produced. So it is a new source. And very stable color. The brilliance is incredible.
I'm going to show that
Big, beautiful ring.
Yeah, that'd be something.
Yeah. Somebody should own this stone. I mean, it really is. It's as good as it gets.
So just to give everybody a little heads up, if you haven't signed up to tonight's giveaway, head over to MoreGems.com. Go to the top of the page. You'll see the green banner. Click there. Enter in your email, and you'll be signed up for tonight's giveaway. So if you just hopped on, be sure to do that because we're probably going to be doing another one fairly quick here. And it'll be another $150 gift card, which you can apply to a future purchase.
Okay, moving on to a Molly Garnet. This is not the biggest Molly I've cut, but it is a big stone. It weighs 441. And, really, I don't think I've ever cut a Molly Garnet in a round Portuguese cut before. But the piece of rough just worked out really well to do this cut. The Portuguese cut has always been one of our best sellers. And in a garnet, it just produces a lot of brilliance and it has a lot of dispersion. You get this in the right light and you'll see the spectral colors coming out of it as you would in a diamond. Yeah. So this stone, in different lights, it can be a little greenish and or more to the golden color. As you go from daylight to incandescent light, the color does vary somewhat.
How long does it take you to cut like all these facets?
4 to 5 hours.
4 to 5 hours. Okay.
So I put a few hours in this last month. Because I think I cut about 22 stones.
Yeah, I think every time I called you and Mom, you were down cutting.
Downstairs cutting. But these Molly Garnets, I have had very few in my lifetime. Just hasn't been readily available. I think we had one last show that was a bigger stone, but it was more brown. Beautiful gem, but these garnets don't typically come large sizes, and that's very true of the mollies.
And Al Gold Prospecting wants to know, what does the rough look like? Are they typical garnet shape?
No, these were very water-worn pebbles. Yeah, I don't have one here at the moment, but, they were just rounded water-worn pebbles. Yeah.
And SMS 303 wants to know, just a question, Molly garnets aren't that common in sizes above 7 carats, are they?
Until the material I just bought, I'd never cut one even this kind of size. Most of them are 2-3 carats, and they just don't typically come in large gems. Yeah. But really nice sparkle. It's a high refractive index gem, and just yeah.
One last question. You get a lot of questions on this one. Delilah wants to know, when you cut the gem, do you go through the critical angle or stay above it?
Well, you stay above critical angle. I know critical angle on this is probably about 35 degrees, and the bottom facet on this will be cut at 41 degrees. So always above critical if you don't want it to window. Anything below critical angle will window out on you. So as you look down the middle, you'll just see a dead stone or a window, as we call it. And it's very common, so many cutters overseas will cut with a window in the stone because they're trying to maintain weight. When you have a shallower piece of rough, if you cut at ideal angles, you're going to get a smaller stone. So they'll cut below critical, and you'll look down through the stone. You'll be able to see through the middle, and then around the outer edges, it'll be brilliant, but no life down the center. So, okay. So the stone, $441, appraised value. Well, I don't have appraised value on it because there's nothing in the guide for Molly Garnet. So it is our regular price of $19.90 with the 15 off. It's $1,683 or $382 a carat.
Giveaway?
I don't know, chat. You guys ready for another giveaway? I guess we see enough comments there. We'll go ahead and we'll give out that next giveaway. Let's see put a yes in the chat.
Yes, and Michaela, we did hit 100K subscribers. So thank you, everybody, again. If you haven't subscribed already, please hit that little subscription button. We have lots of educational videos, all the new gems that we cut are put on here, and then you'll be notified of the next show as well. Also, we're at 79 thumbs up. If you can click that little button, that's a little thumb, hit that, give us some more thumbs up. We'd appreciate it. And it looks like, wow, everybody's ready for another giveaway. Are we going to do a gift card or are we doing the specimen?
Let's do another gift card, and the next one we'll give away the specimen. So,
okay.
We'll go ahead and let's pick that one out.
Use my trusty click to spin. And while we're waiting, everybody, if you want to sign up, just go to MoreGems.com, land on that homepage. If you click the main banner, that'll take you all the stones on the show tonight. If you click on that green banner that's at the very top of the page, that will open up a little form where you can fill in your email address and so on, and you'll be entered in the giveaway. So that aired out on me. Let me spin this one more time. Okay. So.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Give me 1 sec, everybody. I don't know what's on with the connection tonight. Okay. So, all right. So we only had a first name on that one, but sorry. I'm keeping you all in suspense here. So I may have to use another tool.
Oh, no.
Okay, but no. Nicholas B is the winner here.
All right, Nicholas B.
Nicholas,
$150 gift certificate.
Cool.
All right.
Thanks for entering.
That's a $150 gift card for Nicholas B.
You'll be able to apply that to anything on MoreGems.com.
All right.
Let's go to the next one. Just by the way, everybody, I may have to let the overhead camera cool. It's overheating for some reason. So that's what we're messing with. And again, if you're a regular here, we're always struggling with this camera. Never seems to just want to agree with me. I think I got it fixed, and it's never ending.
Yep.
Oh, well.
It's all right.
All right.
Oh, Jeffrey.
Yes.
Our first hidden gem.
The first hidden gem.
You want to...
I'm not even ready for this.
I know.
Right.
Did we tell everybody about these yet?
Yeah, we did. So everybody, there's a lot of people that joined us since the beginning of the show. So the hidden gem, this one will be displayed shortly. If you go to MoreGems.com and click on that main image on the homepage, that's going to take you to the whole list of gems from the show tonight. If you're already there, just hit refresh. And the new hidden gem will be available. Should be at the top of the page, I believe. And this hidden gem, which is this opal, is going to be 25% off. You're going to use coupon code RARE25 at checkout, and you'll take 25% off the sale price.
So this opal is for sure one of the finest opals that I own. It's just really a top crystal opal, which if it were Australian, they'd consider it the top of the white opal material, because the body is almost read through, which actually it is. You could read through it, but still displays just amazing colors, and it has every color of the rainbow. It's a nice big high cab, big stone, and just the colors are extraordinary. Is the camera working? Yeah, it is. I mean, just look at the colors. I mean, it's ridiculous. Find a opal in Australia that looks like this, and it'll be 500, 600, 700 a carat. That's just amazing. I mean, literally every color of the rainbow. And it's throughout the stone. The back of the stone is as nice as the rest of the gem. So this one weighs almost 30 carats. Comes from Ethiopia. And these, I buy a lot of opal just because they just do something to me that's just amazing. You look at these and, there's, what do you say about something that looks like this, other than it's just extraordinary. And these you get in daylight, and daylight is just amazing for this type of opal. Not that it could be any better than what you're seeing right now, but just truly a fine, fine gem. So it weighs 29.70 carats. We usually disconnect the phones, but failed my job today. $31.50 is the appraised price, or our price online. $72.50 is the appraised price, and with 25 off, what's that come out to be? $31.50 times 0.2. So it comes out to $23.62. Which is just under $80 a carat, $79 a carat, but,
Would this be a ring pendant?
Well, it's a big ring. Pendant's probably the safest place for it, because these are hydrophane, which means they will absorb chemicals, so you do want to avoid getting oils on them, and if you're spraying your perfume or hairspray, you want to avoid getting it on it. So a pendant, by far the safest place for it, because opal is not the toughest stone on the planet, no matter where it comes from. So you'll be much better off in a pendant. But really an incredible opal. I debated whether to put it on the show for 25 off, but I have lots of great opal, and I'd like to pass this one on to somebody.
James asked, well, it's not the case. I don't know if we have any live, but why do opals always come in cabs? Though with you cut them not in cabs.
Yeah, we facet some of them, and we've done real well with faceted stones. But cab is traditional, and traditionally it shows the color better. Almost all the Australian material cabs are what works best for it. These Ethiopians, you can facet them because they're transparent enough that it does have, faceting does have an effect on it that sometimes works real well. But cab is for sure the better choice and what people are used to, and it shows the color the best.
And, Jill wants to know, can you show the stone? I know it's large on your finger. Oh, Steve's got large fingers and your neck. Oh, you have a larger neck than a woman would. So we really need we need a neck and a hand.
Neck and a hand. Okay.
We normally do, everybody, but I think.
So really a nice size pendant. And as far as a ring, it's it would be a big ring, but is it too big a ring? Debatable. It has a nice high cab, so it shows color from all sides. So pendant or ring, no matter where you look at the stone from, it just shows great color. Just such an even distribution of the color. I buy more opal than I need, but it's not a need, it's a want, to see opal like this. Someday this material is not going to be available. As typical with most things, you don't know how far it goes, but they are getting pretty far back into the side of this. It is a mountain, but I think there's I'm not sure what it's called, like a plateau, and it drops off, and they're digging into the side of it, and they're getting pretty far back and starting to have some cave-ins, so it's getting more difficult. It'll get much more expensive to mine, so all those things will force the price of this opal up eventually. But right now it's the cheapest opal on the planet and some of the finest opal on the planet. Show me an Australian stone that looks like this. Australians will give me a hard time about saying things like that. But, if they have one like this, it literally is $500, $600, $700 a carat. So, better take it or I'll want to keep this one. All right, next stone up. Now we had a sale. Did I talk somebody into that one?
Not this one yet. We're waiting.
I tried.
Steve talks this one up, but no, this was another before we talk about it stone.
Okay.
And this happens a lot. So if you like any of those stones that are on MoreGems.com, pick them up. So Lori purchased the square barium cut zircon. Or did we talk about that one? No, we did.
No, I think
6
that's
carat square.
Yeah, way down the show.
Barium cut zircon.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, that's cool
stuff.
Yeah, that's a really nice one. Cool. Thank you.
Thank you, Lori.
Yeah,
great
thanks,
pick.
Lori.
Lori, if you're still watching, will you plan on doing a ring, pendant for that? Because zircon can be done in anything. That's really hard, right?
Yeah, it's a hard stone.
Yeah.
So, it's durable, and of course, brilliant as can be. And, yeah. And that's material that, I cut them and then I heat them. And that particular stone, if you heat it higher, it'll even go a lighter color than what it was. But I got that done and I thought, ooh, that looks nice. And so I didn't heat it anymore. Sometimes I heat towards the lighter peach color because it's a color I like, but it's not for everybody, and this color just looks so nice. You heat these actually, I think we've shown it on these shows before, where you heat over an open flame and you can watch as the color changes and decide when you get a color you like. It's kind of neat.
Poof. Another sale, Jeffrey?
All right, another sale.
All right, cool.
All right, so after that, and Lori's going to put that one into a ring.
Oh, Oh,
That's
nice.
going to be a cool
Yeah,
ring.
that would be cool.
that'd
Yeah.
be good.
Yeah. Next one is this opal.
Oh,
Yeah,
awesome.
Carol picked up the opal.
Yeah,
Nice.
It's amazing.
Cool. Good pick, Carol.
Yeah. I'll miss it, Carol.
Thank
Hopefully
you.
there'll continue to be more. We have one of the best suppliers in the world that we see. Whenever he comes to this country, we make sure we see him first. And, I generally have a budget and I always go way over it. Just because I'm so hooked on these opals that I just think they're one of the best things available currently in the world market. They've been produced since about 2008. I got into them in 2012. I was cutting most of the material at that time, and now I find that I'm much better off buying the cut stones. Although there's one in the show that I cut, but generally I'll buy the cut stones just because you can see what you've got. And, in the rough, it's always a crapshoot. What's there. It's just very difficult material to work with in the rough, and you typically don't get as good a stone as you'd expect from the rough. So not only have I decided not to cut, most of the material now is cut in the country. They've decided that they should cut. There's more profit for them actually cutting the stones and selling the rough. So my plan for opal has pretty much been set by what's happening in Ethiopia. Just the rough quality of rough is not there. It's all the good stuff is cut in country. So thanks for the opal sale. All right, next stone. All right, here's the one natural. We occasionally have naturals. The last show we had a couple of them. But typically the material does not cut natural and have any beauty because these are typically just brown. You cut a piece of natural rough and it just comes out looking brown with a little reddish maybe. But to get these blues and reds and you get some other colors coming out of them, that typically doesn't happen. And when it does, we make every attempt to sell them natural first because you can always heat them. We had one stone from last show, which is actually in this show, that didn't sell as a natural, so we heated it and came out to be a beautiful gem, as I knew it would, just like this stone. If you heat this stone, it'll be a top gem quality. When you get these kind of colors out of it, there's no question what's going to happen when you heat it. It's just going to be an extraordinary gem. So this one weighs 12.39 carat. And you can see the kinds of colors that are in it. And this is the kind of color that's worthy of keeping as a natural. Whether I would, if I didn't sell it, would I keep this natural? Maybe. It's a good enough quality that it will sell natural eventually. But you always have the option to heat it and knowing that it's going to be in the top 2% of all the gems out there when they're this color. So this one, it weighs 12.39 carat. The appraised price on this one is $8,360. I don't have an appraised price on it. It's probably up, it would be $13,000 or greater. It'll be $1,200 a carat would be the appraised price on it. So, $1,200, yeah, $1,300 a carat, whatever that figures out to be, $15,000 or so. So appraised price, $15,000. $83.60 is our price online, $71.06 with the 15% off. So it comes out to $574 a carat. You know, it's a complete step cut crown, step cut pavilion. It is completely clean.
You mentioned the red. Sorry, I was chatting with people.
The red?
Red?
I see a lot of red.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, it's reddish brown.
I don't know if that's just the camera. There's a lot of red. Some people are mentioning the red in the stone. Jill did. I'm seeing it too.
Yeah, and it'll heat and it'll have a lot of red in it. You know, this kind of stone is just going to be heated, is just going to be as good as they get.
Yeah, and these generally don't last too long. I guess this one's a little larger.
Yeah,
but these are popular stones just because they are rare, and you know you don't see too many of them on the market.
Camera went again.
Yeah, it's overheating. Don't you have? You're going to show some people an experiment. Are you waiting on that?
We could do that. Should I shut this off?
Yeah.
What? It's science time with Steve.
Yeah, well, we'll
Steve,
see.
The science guy.
See if it works.
All right.
All right. So there's a fluid that I use, which is methylene iodide. Methylene iodide is really good for examining the internal, like a tanzanite. It's an immersion fluid that you use to see inside a gem.
Steve, before you get too far into this, I want to tell everybody that probably after this science experiment, we're going to do another giveaway. So anybody who's tuning in right now, be sure to go to MoreGems.com, click that green banner at the top of the page, enter the giveaway. We'll be giving away a mineral specimen next. So let's let Steve go through the experiment, and while he's discussing that, you can listen to him in the background and go ahead and enter into that giveaway.
All right. So methylene iodide is very useful as an immersion fluid. And this is an immersion cell. So you put the fluid in it. And do I have a piece of rough? This is not about this. What I'm going to show you is not about immersing gems, but if this was I don't know if you can see if you can get the focus. Nope. I didn't practice this, so so when you put it in here, I mean, you can see how you can just see right through it now. You know, because of the refractive index of this fluid, stones with a higher refractive index, it'll just make the surface disappear and you can see into it easier and see what the inclusions are. But that's not what I'm going to talk about today. This is also, if you didn't have a refractometer, and like when I go overseas, I don't have a refractometer typically with me, but you know, I do occasionally carry it. But if you only had fluids and you were trying to separate some stones, sometimes it works. This fluid works to separate different gems. You can tell, like I have an aqua, and I also have what I think is a blue topaz. It came out of some breakout goods, said it was blue topaz, but these two stones, you know, a blue topaz. Well, that's curious. You know, this was in, you see both of them float. If that was a blue topaz, it would sink. Like, let's see if I have a zircon here. So that actually made me some money. You know, it was in breakout goods as a blue topaz. but actually it's probably an aqua. So here's a zircon, and you can see it sinks. This is because the specific gravity of this fluid is 3.32, and, aquamarine, the specific gravity is lower, so it floats. And the zircon that's sitting on the bottom of this, the specific gravity is much higher, so it sinks. So it is a way to separate certain gems. When I looked at this stone in with the blue topaz, I thought maybe it looked a little different, but I didn't know if it could be an aqua or not. But obviously it's not a blue topaz, because topaz would be like the zircon. It'd sink to the bottom of this. So there are quite a few gems that this would help you with if you were overseas without tools, but you had fluids. A couple others that you could do it with would be, if you're looking at tanzanite in Tanzania, and the tanzanite, are we still on? Okay. So the tanzanite sinks, and iolite, which is often confused with tanzanite, it'll float. So if you had, if you had parcels of material or you had multiple stones and you put them in here, you could separate, in this case, iolite from tanzanite. In the rough, it's not the hardest thing to separate anyway, but, it's just something that these fluids are useful for. And here's another example. That would be a zircon. Sank to the bottom. And a morganite. They have a similar color and could be confused, but this would separate the two. So this is methylene iodide. So it's something, although it's a little, it's not caustic, but it's not the best thing to breathe. But it's useful for gem cutters. Another example, here's a synthetic emerald. Whoop. So it's obviously floating, and here's a tourmaline. Whoop. Well, maybe I got the refractive index of tourmaline incorrect. I think it's right about, I have to look at that a little more. Yeah, that's a chrome tourmaline. So obviously, I think this is 332, the fluid. So they're both less than 332. So this isn't a particularly good example of separation of these two, although I thought tourmaline was higher, but occasionally I'm wrong. It's kind of half sinking. So it's somewhere, it's going to be somewhere close to the refractive index of this fluid. It's sinking a little deeper than what the synthetic emerald is. So one other thing I wanted to do while I had this fluid out, I don't know if this has any validity at all, but we'll see. I was just curious whether two gems with different specific gravities would actually fall at a different rate. So I have a garnet and a spinel. The garnet is heavier of the two. And these are about the same size, a similar cut. And let's see if one falls quicker than the other, if I can get them to drop at the same time. Whoops. I wonder what happened. It stuck to my finger. Uh-oh.
I think it felt it. Yeah, I guess it did fall over there.
Yeah. Well, I may have blown my. I was excited to find out.
What is it? Spinel?
That one is. Is that it? Yeah.
While they're hunting, I want to tell everybody thank you for watching. Again, we've got 100,000 subscribers. We really appreciate that. We are going to be doing a giveaway when Steve's all done here, showing you some cool stuff. But yeah, go ahead and go to MoreGems.com. If you haven't already, click the green banner at the top of the page and enter to win. We're going to be doing a mineral specimen giveaway in just a little bit here. So
it fluoresced, Jeff. It was fluorescent. A little bit, yeah. So it was obviously the spinel because it fluoresced with the UV light. So let's try that once again, see if I can get it not to stick to my finger. Let's see if I can grab both of these in a tweezer. All right. Well, yeah, this experiment may be too difficult for me to handle. Okay.
did you lose it?
I lost it.
We need like a little beaker holder, I think.
Yeah, we need somebody with better hands.
Well, we'll do.
We'll try.
We'll set this up a little.
Show.
Yes.
Yeah, well,
this happens a lot here. In
interesting
the
idea, but
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. What do we want to do here? Are we doing another experiment?
I think
it?
yeah, I think that was it.
Okay.
So
Can we talk about some sales? Got some sales while you were doing the experiment.
Oh, okay.
People were shopping.
all right.
All right. Okay. Trina, she picked up that very brilliant blue zircon, 9 carat.
Oh man, that's an awesome stone. Nice job, Trina. That's a beautiful gem.
That thing just shine.
Yeah,
I don't know what to call it.
Yeah, just crazy dispersion.
Yes. Dispersion. That's it. Yeah, that's just nuts on that stone. Tell us what you're going to do with it, Trina. You're going to do a ring, going to do a pendant. I know Lori's doing a ring for hers. But also, Martha is back, and she purchased 2 pretty amazing stones. She purchased that ametrine from earlier, the 27 carat.
Nice.
And she just saved it from the heater. I think it's the one from earlier, the diesel 12 karat tanzanite.
Oh, wow.
Cool. Thank you, Martha.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yes. Or will she heat it? I guess she could.
Well,
if she wanted to.
and that's something you can decide anytime. If you ever decide you want to heat it, we'll be glad to heat it for you. Because like I said, one of the stones in the show tonight was one that was on heated last week, and I heated it this week. So, but it was marginal. It just didn't have. It was one of those that I wasn't sure whether to keep it natural. But you can only heat them once, so you keep them natural. See if they sell that way. If not, you heat them up, and you end up with a great heated stone. So. All right. Sorry about the experiment. I should have practiced that beforehand, but I wanted to be surprised, see if it worked. But once I find those stones, I'll make a video of it, and if there's any difference, if the difference in specific gravity makes one drop quicker, which you think it would, but I don't know for sure if it does. Whether and if so, it'll be a test for a specific gravity. Just how fast they sink in fluid, but it probably is a little dependent on the cut and the size, but it was a nice thought.
Yeah. And if you guys want to know the experiment that we're going to be doing, make sure to subscribe to our channel and you'll be notified when Steve does that.
Yeah.
And I was doing this because
that
there was
was
a
my
fly
ploy.
or
That
something.
was my ploy.
Yeah.
You have to sign up to find out what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm waving
It's
it.
a cliffhanger.
There's a bug in here. I thought it was for all the people in the Midwest. You know, we got all those cicadas. I'm in Illinois, and man, they are all over the place.
Yeah, they just finally hit my neighborhood.
Oh, did it? Yeah.
Yeah, they're just
So
really
loud.
noisy.
So loud.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's just
Hundreds and hundreds of them around our trees.
Jeffrey, how much protein is in one cicada?
Yes. I did a video for for a company I work for about cicada protein. So if you are, looking for additional sources of protein in your diet and you're on a budget and you live in Illinois, Indiana, Midwest, I did a calculation for the amount of cicadas you would need. So basically every 5, hefty, good chunky size cicadas is about 1 gram of protein. So
to get the 30 grams that I take with 1 spoon, I have to how many?
150 cicadas. They're all around.
I think I'll pass.
No thanks.
But the birds are so active right now. I mean, they're just, and I'm sure it's the cicadas. I mean, they must be feeding on them because there's just so much bird activity in my neighborhood. So, but anyway.
No more cicada talk.
Yeah.
All right.
So how about that giveaway?
Oh yes. And Trina's going to do a pendant. She thanks for that zircon. So Trina, if there's something you want to work with us with, if you'd rather us not ship it to you yet, just shoot us an email and we can work with you with what other pendant you want to do.
It'll be a spectacular pendant
for sure.
Yeah. Wherever you put it, it's just a great stone.
Okay. So
let's. How about you want to show everybody the pyrite, Steve?
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell them a little bit about that and show it in the camera there. Here, let me get a better view of it.
So this is a Spanish pyrite. People that come into the shop, they look at these and they go, you tell them that's real. They just don't believe it. That something could be such perfect cubes like these are. It's just, it's almost unbelievable that nature produces something like this. These cubes, generally when they break them out of the wall, they do come off this. So often they're re-cemented back on the matrix. But they're just remarkable. I first saw these probably 25 years ago at the Tucson Gem Mineral Show, and it just blew me away, that anything could come out of the ground that looks like this. You see pyrites and they just, from most sources, they just have not this type of appearance, but it really, really cool crystals. And so this is one we're giving away tonight.
All right.
So hopefully you're all signed up and you have a chance to get this pyrite crystal. And again, it's U.S. only, unfortunately, because it's just too expensive to ship overseas.
Yeah, so I'm going to give this wheel a spin, and then I'm going to just make sure to check the information on the sign up to make sure that this person's in the U.S. All right. Okay, found their name. Let's check. All right, they are out of Connecticut. Okay, so hopefully I pronounce this Marguerite, I think is how it's pronounced. Marguerite M. from Connecticut. You are the winner of the pyrite.
Marguerite.
All right. Congratulations.
Cool. Congratulations.
Yeah.
We'll get that sent out to you.
Yep. All right, on to the next stone.
Here we go.
Yeah, I think with this one. So this is one of the more incredible peridots I've ever cut. Just its sheer size. 18 karat is just a huge, huge stone. It has the mint color. And mint colors, as you see, always have these, what's the Ludwigite inclusions in them. It's I've seen stones without it, but it is so rare. It's just this particular color comes from an area of the mining that has this Ludwigite, and they end up as needles within the stone. But that said, when you wear this stone, that Ludwigite is almost imperceptible. In the videos, it shows up like crazy, but it is just a remarkable gem. I was just thrilled when I cut this stone. Just the brilliance of it for a peridot is just remarkable. And that color, you get this mint green color. There's almost no yellow in it. It's just bluish green. Then we do this. Just a big stone and great color. Can we adjust this camera to, I don't know, maybe P?
Make sure it's working the way we run. Go ahead and continue discussing.
Okay. So it weighs 18.23 carats. And again, it's the biggest. No, it's not the biggest peridot I cut, because I did cut a 77 carat one once and had this same kind of color, but that was back when the material originally came out of Pakistan, and there was just such a huge quantity available. But that's all changed these days. Very limited production of the material from Pakistan, but still some production. It's as I say, it's not like it once was, the availability, but we still get very nice material coming out of Pakistan. The problem with the mining of this material is that it is 11,000 feet up in the Himalaya mountains, which is 11 months out of the year snowed in. So it's difficult to produce material. So the production is just very sporadic. I think September is the prime month for mining up there, and they probably have found a way to mine up there longer. But 11,000 feet up in the Himalaya is not only difficult to work in those conditions, but the amount of snow that's up there is the big issue. So really a great peridot. Again, what you're seeing here, it's not that yellow. It's blue-green. It's just a beautiful mint blue-green color. This is a gem that looks more like Marilani mint garnet than like what typical peridot is. So just beautiful stone, brilliant style pavilion. I think I just started cutting on this, and I got to the tip of it and wasn't sure exactly what to do, but, what I finally did actually worked really well. I've never seen this particular cut, and just ended up with these 3 facets at the front that I took quite some time to figure out just how to lay them out and hope they would work. And definitely the tip of this stone has really, really great brilliance. So clean stone other than the Ludwigite. And again, when you look at this on your hand, those Ludwigite inclusions are almost not noticeable. Yeah. So this particular stone, peridot, weighs 18.23 carats. Appraised price of this stone is $14,660. Our online price, $89.30. The 15% off gives you $75.90 or $416 a carat. It really is just a remarkable peridot. Not only the size of it and just the cut. I'm very happy with how the cut came out. The brilliance for a peridot is pretty remarkable. All right, our next stone is another tanzanite. This one I hoped would have been a good natural. It was, in the rough, it was blue. It was just a purplish blue color. But when I cut it, it was just too dark. It was too saturated. In my experience with these, when you heat them, they become less saturated. And getting rid of that third color in there just opens up the overall body color of the stone. And it worked real well. Would have liked to have a natural blue, but I'm thrilled to have it as it is. A little more violet than blue, but just a very, very beautiful color. Oh, thanks. Clean up my mess. So this one weighs 5.61 carats. I don't often cut anything in a marquee in Tanzanite not for any other reason than the material just doesn't typically work for this particular cut. Just because of the shape is more for ovals and but always glad to get a marquee because they mount real nicely. I mean, they make a really great ring, particularly.
And for those of you who don't know, we do have an in-house designer. It's my cousin who goes by Christopher Michael. He does a lot of our designs here. So if you did purchase a stone tonight or you do in the future, we can always create a custom mounting around that.
So this one, I have a rating of 990 out of 1,000, which is near perfect. Just because the cut's right, the clarity it's a VS1 clarity, which when I grade clarities, I don't grade flawless. VS1 is as high as I grade. Saying something is flawless is kind of, I spent an hour looking at it to see if it was flawless or not. Could well be flawless, probably is, but VS1 is the highest grade we give. And 1,000 out of 1,000 is the highest grade that you can get, and this is a 990. Just the color's right, the clarity's right, and the cut's right. Everything about this stone is right. So appraised price of $6,705. $3,780 is our price online. And $3,213 with the 15% off. Price is $573 a carat.
Steve, can you show it around your neck area? Look at it like a pendant.
Like a pendant?
Yeah. Somebody was asking whether it would be a good pendant stone.
Yeah, why not? I just like a ring because you get to see it yourself and look at the beauty of it. But it'd make a great pendant.
Cool shape. Yeah, it's got a really good depth of color. I remember looking at that one. Let me change the camera for you. A little higher up.
What? So hopefully we get continue to cut some great tanzanites. I have more rough, and we should get back to Kenya hopefully sometime in August. Buy some more cut stones and hopefully see some rough there. All right. Oh, we had a sale. All right.
All right. Jacqueline, she picked up this marquee cut tanzanite.
Oh, cool.
Oh, she was quick to jump on that one.
Nice.
That's a cool piece.
Yeah.
Were you the one
stone,
looking at a pendant or?
Yeah, I don't know. So you gonna do a ring or a pendant?
Ah.
Jacqueline, what are you thinking?
Come on,
Put me on the spot. What you know now.
Thank you very much.
All right. We got some questions. I guess we can. While we're waiting for Jacqueline to answer, we can throw in some questions here. Let's see. How do you AKK wants to know, how do you decide which rough to keep, or which what's to keep is rough and which to cut? I guess all your rough you want to cut.
I want to cut everything. I've over the years have collected a lot of rough, and I'm just starting, I always looked at rough being a storehouse of wealth, because as I tell my wife, she says, well, you have so much rough. I said, well, if something happened to me, you go to Tucson and you'll sell every bit of that rough so quick that it is a great thing to own, because rough is very difficult to get, and really fine rough is almost impossible. So it's a very saleable. But my goal is to cut everything. I'm a cutter, and that's what I want to do. And I'm really working hard at starting to cut some of this rough. And I did about 25 stones this month, and hopefully continue to do that, because up to now I haven't had the time to cut. There's been so many other things that used my time, and I'm taking more time to sit down and cut stones. So hopefully we'll see this kind of production every month, and and hopefully get some more production out of Michael. Although he's busy too, it's just hard to run the business and do the cutting too. But the cutting's where the money's at, and I'm really working at getting more cut, and so you'll see a lot of great stones here in the near future.
And just to jump in case he was wondering about crystals versus cutting, if it's got a nice termination and very little damage to the crystal, I would probably keep it as a specimen. I know Steve would still.
Well, I still have those pieces that I'm not cutting, because they are such great crystals.
Right.
I've got a huge golden beryl, a Heliodor that's.
Yeah, that's a sweet crystal.
Yeah. But the cut stone's still worth. Well, I think it's worth more cut, but it's such a great crystal that somebody out there would probably pay the money of a cut stone for it.
Right.
And it used to be in the past that we would look at crystals as a cutter. I would look at them with cutting in mind. You would never tell the guy selling crystals that you were going to cut it, because more times than not they would say, well, I just won't sell it to you then. But as a cutter, that used to be a great source of cutting rough, was from the mineral dealers, but these days the mineral specimens are going for near as much or sometimes more than what the cut stone that would be in the stone is worth, because people are really realizing the value of a good specimen. So if they're damaged at all, then it's a different story, then it becomes a piece of cutting rough. But a perfect crystal, there's something to be said for keeping it. And I have several that I haven't cut just because they are perfect crystals. And, whether, I'll cut something else until I have nothing to cut, and maybe I'll get into those. And Michael would say, he wants to preserve them, and he's got an aqua that I have kind of talked to him into cutting.
Yeah, just that one's not perfect though. I mean, it's a cool crystal, but I see the gem in it, and how much it would be worth versus me trying to get a somewhat imperfect crystal. It makes more sense to cut it.
Yeah.
And all that said, if anybody's interested in natural crystals and mineral specimens like that pyrite specimen, I have a lot more over on MoreGems.com. So a lot of these gems that you're seeing, like the tourmalines, the garnets, I have the natural raw crystals, if you will, on that website. So that's MoreGems.com.
And he's got great tanzanites and the peridots you have.
Oh,
just
yeah.
Amazing.
Peridots are my favorite.
It's just
They're beautiful pieces. They're not, I don't know. I don't know why they're not the best sellers, but I think, you get them in the hand and you look at them and just that color is just, I don't know. To me, it's very pleasing and they have nice crystal structure and they're just cool.
Yeah, I agree.
And I wanted to mention, off topic, I guess. I just thought about this. With Father's Day coming up, I know we talk about this at every show, how some gemstones are good for men as well for rings. I don't have mine on today. I had to go up in Chicago today, so I didn't have. Steve's got his on. Michael, do you have yours on? Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the one that a lot of people have complimented. Me and my brother both have this ring. Is that showing up? There it is. Yeah. If there's any women watching or men that want a gemstone ring, this is a really cool design. It's probably my favorite piece of. I don't wear a lot of jewelry, but it's my favorite piece that you've ever given me.
Yeah, I want one too.
What?
I want one too.
Yes,
and I do have a spessartite. It needs to be recut, but I may consider that for myself because the ring I have right now is the first ring I ever made. I cut the stone and built the ring, and it's, I don't know, 30 years old, but I've had a few since. I had an opal ring recently that I loved, but I don't know what I did with it. I've misplaced it. I think it'll still show up, hopefully, but oh well.
Okay, a few questions here. Hopefully, okay. If you got questions, you can always post them in live chat. Just want to get through a few that people have been asking. The AKKA, we just answered their question, but they said, thanks for sharing. The first time I discovered your artwork, it was decades ago when you were cutting in your front window. The store was closed. I stood watching in awe. I've been a huge fan ever since.
Cool. Well, cutting that front window, it's we had somebody drive through that window, and that was like 3/8 inch plate glass. Yeah. And if somebody had been cutting up there, it'd have probably cut one of us in half. So we quit cutting the window shortly after that.
Yes.
So that goes back a ways. That goes back a long ways.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
That's like 20 years ago because I was.
Yeah.
So thank you. Gary said he has been reading and seeing that there's been a huge rage lately in black diamonds. I personally like gray spinel. I'm not sure how close they are to black diamonds, but what's your opinion on that? Or have you heard that?
No. I've had the problem with black diamonds is they're generally treated. They're weak structure. I don't know what would be. I've never seen the value in black diamonds personally. A genuine black diamond, which is black because of just the inclusions in it, little bit different, but most of the blacks are treated to be black. I'm guessing they're radiated. I'm not positive on that, but I've got a black diamond here that, I unfortunately have no respect for him.
Okay.
So
hopefully that answers that, Gary.
I don't know what, I haven't heard of, I haven't seen any great interest in black diamonds currently. I know about 20 years ago there was interest in them, but that was because of the new treated material came out and it was inexpensive, $300-400 a carat. And, but I still own one if you're interested. Give us a call.
Okay, Superstar said, I'm not sure if you remember this. Hey, Steve, you fasted a large Wheelo opal about 5 years ago where your seller insisted it would never fracture. Do you still have it? And do you know if it ever crazed or fractured?
It did craze. Yeah, yes. I probably still have it. I have a few that hopefully we'll find some way to make them stable. The one we had for a year. It was good for a year. And then we finally went to mount it and we found some crazing in it.
Yeah, I had finished the whole mounting up, had all the diamonds set, and I pulled it out of its stone paper, and I looked at it. I was like, oh man, you start seeing these little hairline cracks at the surface because that material is notorious for that. Like if you ever see opals, if you're out and somebody has a lot of opals and there's just a bunch of cracks all over the surface, that's the non-hydrophane material. It'll typically do that, and it just cracks all over the surface. And it's like it doesn't go deep. It just stays at that totally surface. I don't quite understand it.
Yeah, I've got a big one in the vault right now that just the surface. I want to recut it, but I know it's probably going to do it again. Any of that material, I don't think any of it is stable.
And we're actually giving away one of those specimens tonight, which is actually a really large opal. I don't know if you want to show that to them, Steve.
I think I did.
So this we keep. So we keep in the jar of water. That keeps it from crazing. It's just a dome filled with distilled water. But they're really cool specimens because, I mean, it's a big opal.
If you could cut it, it would cut it's 100 carat.
Yeah, it's a big piece, but you can't take it out of the water. It must stay in there. So it's just it's a beautiful display specimen.
And you have more of those opals. I know Karen really wants this opal. You have more of this available at Mineral Mike? If they don't win.
I think I have 2 other pieces. The 2 pieces I have online are just the top quality of this type of opal that, I haven't seen better. I had 1 or 2 others, one really big chunk that I sold, which was just extraordinary color. But these other 2 that I have online that are this kind of, they call it crystal opal. The Ethiopians call it crystal opal. It's the non-stable, always has to be in water, but the color in it is just, it's amazing. So I do have 2 of those available online. I have a small specimen, if you're not looking to invest that much money in. I don't have it online, but you can give me a call or send us an email, and I'd be happy to send you some pictures of that.
Yeah, because you could just display it and then maybe put a light, like in some of those, because you have a really cool display that has like the light over it, and you could always just display it for people to see. Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Brandon wants to know, do you guys do any work with men's rings and the meteoritic iron inlays?
Yes, we have. And I have some meteorite. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah,
meteorite.
Yeah,
I have some pieces cut that are actually, we bought it from some suppliers from Sweden that they actually rhodium plate them so they don't have the issue of rusting on you. And I have, we got rounds, triangles, some squares and squares.
I think we sold one of the triangles.
Yeah, so we do have some material right now that we can make into men's rings.
So we don't have it online though. They'd have to call.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can call or email us. Yeah.
Yeah. We can show you what we have.
Lastly, Lisa wants to know, because we only have a few spinels on our website, is spinel just hard to find?
It's just expensive as can be. It became popular, and the material from Tanzania has just gone crazy. I mean, it's twice as expensive as sapphire. It's just that's the big issue with spinel right now. It's just the price. A 2 carat fine pink or red. I mean, it's thousands per carat. So it's just it's pretty limited. But I've got a couple of nice pinks that are from, where are those from? They're from, no, they're not from Tanzania. They're from Sri Lanka. And they're bargains in relation to what's from Tanzania. They're 1/5 the price. So we've looked at spinels in Tanzania the last trip, but we didn't buy any. They just want way, way too much money. What's too much money, I guess.
Well, you thought you bought
what the
a
market
spinel.
is. Huh?
You thought you bought a spinel.
Oh, yeah. I thought I bought a purple spinel, but it
At a
ended up
bargain.
being I got back and sent it to GIA and it ended up being a garnet, which was such a weird color of garnet. I've never seen this color of garnet. I almost would keep it. I mean, when I go back, I'll return it to the supplier, and he won't have any problem with that. But it's such a unique color of garnet that it's almost worthwhile keeping, but the price of spinel is just too much. I'll maybe negotiate with him to get a better price for it as a garnet, because it's a beautiful gem, but just not a spinel. So if it was a fifth the price, it'd definitely be a winner. But yeah, so yeah, we better get to move on here.
Oh, let's do one more giveaway real quick.
Okay,
because
do it
for everybody listening to those questions. Okay, let's do a giveaway. What are we doing? Gift $150 gift card.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. And why did that?
So for those of you who are just started joining us, we're going to do a giveaway now, but we still got, I don't know, how many have we given away already?
This will be three items. So we got, what, 8 total?
There's 8 giveaways total. This will be the third $150 gift card.
Yep.
All right, so we've got 4 left after this one.
Here. All right, so they didn't... Oh, no, they didn't. Okay, never mind. All right, let me enter it in. Okay, Stephen. Did they win twice? No. Okay, Stephen B.
Stephen B.
All right, Stephen B.
Congratulations. $150 gift certificate.
Cool, and you can apply that to your next purchase, yeah. On MoreGems.com. So Jeffrey will send you an email, and then we will send you the digital code.
All right, and getting to move on here. Here's
go.
Go.
Let's go for it.
Okay. The next stone is just a very rare color in tanzanite. It's a natural color tanzanite on treated carat 65, and these fancy colors like this is kind of a peachy pink color. They're just some of the rarest of all the tanzanites. From this color to pink would be the rare end of where tanzanite is. This one weighs a carat 65. It is a VS1 clarity, and it is unheated. So there is no appraised price on it because there's nothing to compare to. There's almost none of this material out there. You can search and you're lucky to find one gem in this color range. So this particular stone, no appraised price, but $1,650 is our online price. And this particular stone with the 15% off is right at $1,400 or $850 a carat. Is that camera? So like I say, a peachy pink, kind of Patparaja-like color. Pink being the rarest of the colors of tanzanite. And we actually do have one pink today. But just a unique color in tanzanite. We're always excited when we do get something in a fancy color. We're always looking. Because they're ultimately saleable, and everybody looking for something different in a tanzanite. Some people call it fancy zoisite or pink zoisite or peach color zoisite. Some people think it's not right to call it a tanzanite, but hey, it's a fancy color tanzanite as much as there is fancy color sapphires. A unique and rare gem. Our next gem is really an outstanding aqua. This comes from Zimbabwe. Just a hint of green to it because it is a natural gem. No treatment in this stone, which is very unusual in aquamarine. and just the really deep color for aqua. Aqua with the deeper colors. It's just quite a rare stone. This one was a stone that was originally cut in Zimbabwe, but the cutting was pretty unusual. It was very, very deep stone, and unusual is the nicest description I could give to the way it was cut, but it recut very nicely. It weighs 8 carat 15. I say there's a hint of green to it. If you heat it, that green will disappear, and typically the blue color comes a little deeper and a little more vibrant blue, but the hint of green denotes that it's natural, and there's just a very high demand for natural colors that have beauty like this. VS1 Clarity, again, it's from Zimbabwe. Appraised value $9,370. Our online price $46.90. The 15% off gives a price of $39.87 or $489 a carat.
Show that in your hand there, Steve. A little closer.
I can't.
Okay.
Oops. Keep it straight. Just really a great color for aqua. Camera out again.
Oh yeah, overheating.
Yeah.
So we'll just show it in the, just like that in the main camera.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what to do about that.
I don't either. I don't know what's causing that.
All right, our next stone. This is one of the few stones in the show that we didn't cut. This and another stone we had on layaway, and they're back available again. So I wanted to get them on the show because really special tanzanites. These have everything that you could want in a tanzanite. High clarity, really well cut. The color is second to none. Yeah. This particular stone is 40% blue, 60% violet. Red flash, everything. I mean, there's no negatives to this stone. Beautiful heart shape. I say the cutting is just outstanding. I didn't cut it, but the cutting quality is there. So therefore, you get this high rating of 985 out of 1,000. Yeah, it's the beautiful, beautiful gem. Praise value of $21,520. Our online price $11,350. $94.48 is the price with 15% off with the coupon code PARTY, or $595 a carat. Really an exceptional gem. Just a nice, nice heart shape. Oh. Great tanzanite. Not often you see 16 karat heart shape. I went through the price, yeah. And the next stone is another tanzanite. That is just outstanding. This one gets a 990 rating. This remarkable red flash, totally brilliant stone, just top color. This one's, again, 40-60, 40% blue, 60% violet, which is personally what I think is the best combination of colors in a tanzanite. And this is beautifully cut. Just a big square cushion. Just total brilliance in the stone. And even in this light, you can start to see the red flash that's in it. Which all the stones in the show tonight show that red flash. Not that I should stress the red flash. It's really the body color that's important. That's just a little extra bonus. You look at the stone and you see these red flashes come out. Just adds a little to the intrigue of the gem.
Katie wanted to know with that one that you've got, too big for a ring or 18 karat?
Is it too big for a ring? No. I've made many rings this big. Is it too big for a ring for you? It's a personal thing. It'll be a big ring. There's no question about it. But not excessively deep cut. It's cut right and, just make an extraordinary ring. As long as you're willing to wear a bigger ring. Definitely not too big. Just big.
Hey, Jeffrey, how many likes do we got up on the video right now?
Oh, let's see. How many likes do we have? We got 116.
116.
We got 146 people watching right now.
All right.
So there are some people that haven't given us a thumbs up yet.
Yeah, let's
If you could give us that big thumbs up. And
maybe if we get enough likes, we'll give away 2 the next round. How about a mineral specimen and 150 card?
What do we need? 130?
130? Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get 130, then we'll do the next giveaway for 2 different items. And also, while you're giving the thumbs up, if you want more videos like this about new stones that Steve's showing, some educational videos Steve's doing, our next shows, hit that subscribe and that notify button. And then you'll be part of the 100,000 subscribers that we currently have right now. So we'd love to have you part of the Steve Army.
Which it amazes me that many people would watch you.
Yeah. What do you call your followers? Are they the rock stars?
The rock stars. Yeah, that's good.
All right, we hit. We're at 134.
All right, way to go.
We surpassed our. All right, so let me see if there's any more signups here.
And let's give whoever just started watching, in case they heard that, they're like, what? A giveaway?
Yes.
So we'll give you guys a couple minutes here. It looks like you're listening and you gave us those likes. We really appreciate it. So if you haven't already, head over to MoreGems.com. There'll be a green banner at the top of the page. Click that and enter the giveaway tonight. And then you'll be in this round's drawing, which we're going to do too. We'll do this quartz specimen from Colombia, as well as a $150 e-gift card for MoreGems.com.
Should we do one more stone to give them a chance?
Yep. What's next stone is... So this stone in the last show was a natural color. I just looked at it and chose to heat it because I knew there was a fantastic stone in it, which it just came out really great. Again, another one that displays that red flash and just a beautiful stone. Another 990 out of 1,000. The cut's right, the clarity's right, and the color is just spectacular on it. Nice size stone, one that no problem for a ring or a pendant. And you can, right there, you can see that red flash, which in an emerald cut's kind of cool because it flashes the whole facet.
Come in a little closer. That's not an emerald step cut, is it?
Yes.
Oh, it is.
So, yeah. So this particular stone weighs 7.65 carat. I cut it into a stepped emerald cut. Praise value on this stone is $91.80. $5,200 is our price online. 15 off gives it to you for $44.20 or $578 a carat. It just really has everything going for it. If you're unfamiliar with our grading system, I grade out of 1,000, and I break it down into categories, how well it's cut, and cut involves polish, the symmetry of the faceting, and then the color is another part of the grading, of course, the clarity. So I grade out of 1,000 on each of those categories, add it up, divide by 3, and that's where I come up with the 990 out of 1,000. So it's a system only I use. It's my particular system, and the one thing that it does for both of us is at least it makes me look closer at each gem, and not just look at the color and say it's AAA or quad A or whatever they want to call it. I sit and I break down each of the qualities of the stone and try to make a determination of how good the quality is in my estimation.
Picture of it, what it looked like before heated, do we? I don't think it's on the website anymore. Probably on their last show, right?
Well, and it's probably on YouTube.
Yeah.
It'll be, you could find the stone unheated, which it was a very pretty stone unheated, but I knew it was a better stone heated. There's a limit to what you can sell unheated, unless it's spectacular. It's worth going ahead and heating it and ended up with a fine tanzanite in how we expect them to look.
All right.
So what are we doing this time? We're doing the quartz crystal?
Yeah.
All right. So this one's from Colombia?
Yes.
Just a really, really nice quartz specimen.
Okay. Let's have this last email sign up here. All right, here we go. This is for the quartz specimen. I'm just going to make sure that this person is in the U.S. And they are. This is, from Florence, Alabama, Melissa T.
All right, Melissa T.
You won.
Cool.
That quartz specimen.
The quartz specimen from Colombia. Really nice piece.
Okay. And now we're going to do a $150 gift card. E-gift card to MoreGems.com.
Sounds good. $150 for MoreGems.com. Can be used on any future purchase.
All right, here we go. Let's spin the wheel. I wish we could place this wheel online to show that how it spins. It's like the Wheel of Fortune, it looks like. But there's no like... I think this person accidentally put the wrong email, spelled it wrong, but I will fix that. Okay. This is, all right. Ev H from North Attleboro, NA. NA, what's NA? Is that Nebraska? No, that's NE. God, I should know that. But yes, if you're watching, I'm not sure. But Ev H.
All right, Ev.
You are the winner of the other $150 gift card.
Congrats. We will send you an email, and once we get the response from you, we'll give you that digital code. Cool. Thank you, guys. And we've still, if you didn't win yet, we've still got a couple more to go. How many more 150 ones do we got?
Let's see.
Because we've got the last mineral specimen.
We got one more 150 and one more mineral specimen.
Yes. You give 4 away already?
Yes.
Okay.
And it was M.A., not N.A., Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
All right.
Not accurate. Or not applicable.
I was trying to figure it out. I know my acronyms for the states, but I didn't know what that one was. But N.A., M.A., Massachusetts. Okay. All right. Next stone.
Is the camera back or not?
I am working on that right now. Let's see if I can get that going.
All right.
Turn it on.
Yeah.
No, you should.
All right. So next one. This is Ethiopian opal that I cut. Weighs 22.47 carats. And again, just full of color. Yeah. Yeah.
Not so much.
I don't know which was better. But anyway. So this one weighs 22.47 carats. Appraised value on this stone is $3,370. $1,990 is our price online. Again, color throughout the stone. This is a crystal opal. A little milkier than the last one, maybe. But anyway, just outstanding colors in this gem. With 15% off, this particular stone is $1,692 or $75 a carat. Again, full rainbow colors just spread throughout the stone. Not a dead spot on it. Good size for pendant. Big ring. All right. What was the setting you needed on this, Mike? be. Could be. Yeah, it's close. Oh. So just, this is huge garnet. I mean, just a big stone. Weighs 16.54 carats. And really just the top color for umbellite garnet. Very clean. And just full of brilliance. Just really a lively gem. 16.54 carats. Appraised value on this stone, $14,130. And there's the accurate color on the stone. Just really top umbellite. 95.10 is our price online. And with 15 off, it's $8,000. And so $489 a carat. You know, when I first priced this stone, I thought, that seems like a lot of money. Then I was looking at some 3 and 4 carat stones that were $500 a carat. I thought, well, maybe it isn't that far off, because these big umbellites have just gotten very, very valuable. You know, all the garnets have moved up in value, mainly because of the Mahenge source, which became so popular that all the prices of garnets have taken a big jump. But this is just a huge stone for garnet. You know, getting stones that are over 10 carat and still are not overly dark is the difficult part in garnets.
So just to jump in here, Jeffrey, I see you saw the comment too. Alberto asked where the stones are displayed, because tonight, where usually we click the green banner at the top of the page, we've changed that for the giveaway. So if you haven't entered, you can enter at the green banner for the giveaway. But the stones are the main image on the page. So towards the top of the page, you'll see a main image there. If you click that, that'll lead you to all the stones that we're showing tonight.
Right on the homepage, there's a main anchor image there. Just click on that. That'll take you there. I know a few people were because everybody's used to the green banner at the top. Makes it easy. So, but yeah, you just go to the homepage, MoreGems.com. There's a huge banner there. Click on it. It'll take you to all the stones that are shown on the show tonight, and even more.
Is there a button that says click here or anything on it? I didn't see it. I don't know. Just to make it obvious for some people.
We need 2 banners. All right, up next, another tanzanite. I really started cutting some of the tanzanite. You'll find you'll see more and more from me, just because I've got a pretty good selection of material, and I just need to sit down and cut it. You know, this one weighs 10.25 carats, another stepped emerald cut. Again, it's 40% blue, 60% violet. The rating is 968 out of 1,000. And, you know, it gets a little lower rating because it's a VS2. There is something in the stone. I don't recall what, but it's very minor. But it has an effect on the stone. It probably dropped the 25 points off the 1,000 rating just for the clarity. You know, it actually loses about 20 points. But I think there's something very minor in it. I can't quite remember where it was. But usually in the video, because the videos can't hide anything, you can usually find out what's in them in the video. I can't see it personally, but something minor in it. So appraised value of the stone of $13,390, online price of $6,695. And again, red flash all over it. Price per carat, $555. Which, if Steve's watching, 555 in Thai is ha ha ha.
Oh, getting late here, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's. But really great color on the stone. Yeah.
Show it by your hand.
All these tanzanites tonight, some of the best that I've ever cut. And our next tanzanite is a little different. So this is kind of a blue-green. Looks, I think Michael said it looks more like the Montana sapphires that we've been getting.
Yeah, definitely did.
You know, in this particular stone, this material I bought, when did I get this? Last year sometime, early in the year.
Is this the part from the parcel of rough?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
You know.
you heat this stuff and it goes to that interesting blue color, which
Yeah.
not that green material goes.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the earlier finds of the green material, supposedly you couldn't heat.
I don't know. I think it all heats.
Yeah.
But no reason to heat this because it's beautiful color as it is. And this particular material, when we were in Tanzania and Kenya, they said it was a kind of a one-time shot from one mine, and the production that was there for a short period was gone just as quickly. So we're glad to have a good parcel of the rough, and we'll see more stones in the future. But they're just not available at the source, is what we were told. We'll see next time we're there whether there's any. But this one cut really nice. It's a nice blend of blue and green. And this is a Berrien style antique cushion that worked out really well. Just really nice brilliance and just a unique color for tanzanite. For many years, I heard of the green tanzanite that came out probably in the early 1980s in Tanzania. And after that, I never saw any greens for 40 years. So this was just a very limited production, and we hope there'll be more, but glad I have what I have. So this particular stone weighs 1.77 carats. $13.90 is our price online. The 15% off gives it to you for $11.82 or $668 a carat. Our next gem is...
We got the final hidden gem. So those of you who don't know, Jeffrey, you want to tell them what the hidden gems are?
Okay, so the hidden gem doesn't show up till now because a lot of people do pre-purchase before we even talk about some of the stones. So some of the gems we like to hide. But I just released this stone. So if you go to MoreGems.com, and click on the main anchor image. It talks about the June Gem Show. It's going to take you to all the stones, and it's going to show the new hidden gem, which is the hidden gem opal pear shape. Unlike all the other stones on the show tonight, this is 25% off. All the other stones are 15% off. So you can use coupon, if you like it, you can purchase it. Use coupon code RARE25 to give yourself 25% off the sale price. And we offer credit card, PayPal, financing through Affirm, and a few other ones. But if you're already on that page, just hit refresh. It's going to show up, and we'll talk about it now.
So this is another of the best opals out of my collection. Much like the last one, just color everywhere. I mean, in all the colors of the rainbow, nice big flashes of color. And just pretty extraordinary gem. Weighs 24.4 carat. Our price online, $28.90. Figure out what that is. $28.90. So $21.67 or about $88 a carat. So again, phenomenal color and just inexpensive for a really top quality opal. Great pendant. Just a nice size. Beautiful colors. Yeah, and to get something of this quality for under $100 a carat, it just blows me away. You know, not a dead spot on it. You know, you just look at it and it looks like somebody made it, you know, like a Gilson opal, which are man-made stones, you know, that they're just so perfect and such brilliant colors that it's hard to believe that it is a real gem.
A few weeks ago when we all got to see the Northern Lights out here.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Is it the Aurora Borealis? Is that how it's pronounced? Yeah.
Yep.
All the colors in the sky for that. Yeah, that's where, yeah. Always get that on your hand or around your neck with the opal. Yeah, those colors. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah. Huh. Mesmerizing.
Yes.
So. All right, next stone up.
Before we go to that.
Okay.
Rhonda wanted to know, can we show that, I believe, Michael, you cut it, that round amethyst from earlier?
I can find it, I'm sure.
Yeah, if anybody ever wants to see any other stones that we showed earlier, or if you want to see it on the hand again, on the neck again, just let us know. Or if you have any questions about any of those older stones that we were showing.
Michael, what did I do to my monitor? Yeah.
You're still on camera. Did it come back?
Did I hit something?
Sometimes we
Maybe
have.
you turned it up. Steve is working blind here.
There we go.
All right, we're all good. Okay.
You're gonna show it in your hand too.
So did you have fun cutting this one, Mike?
Yes, yeah, this one was cool. I wanted to cut just a standard round brilliant. I haven't cut that shape yet, so I was like, pulled a piece of our amethyst rough, which, as Steve said before, we bought a ton of it just because it was just amazing material. One time that came out, I don't know, what was it, a couple years ago, Steve?
Yep.
And so we bought, I don't know, 2 kilos of it, something like that. And this is one of those pieces. Let me get.
Bring it in a little closer.
Okay.
Cool.
9.64 carat. All right. Next one is another amethyst. This one Linda cut. A little bigger. Camera stop again.
Camera.
There we go. That works. So this one is 25.60 carats. And a little different cut, kind of a, well, it started out as a brilliant, but it's a brilliant step cut. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Linda
nice.
does a really nice job.
Yeah. Again, yeah, she did. Piece from Bahia, Brazil. 25.60 carats. Appraised value is $2,280. Our price online, $1,280. 15% off brings it down to $1,088 or $43 a carat. Just look at the brilliance. Great clarity, VS1 clarity, again from Bahia, Brazil. And not a whole lot of top quality gems you buy for $43 a carat. All right, next up. One of my favorites, this is Malaya Garnet. This one again from Tanzania. We don't have a camera. This color is kind of coppery, pinkish. I don't know what to call the color. Doesn't show the color well, but shows the cut well. You know, just a very, very brilliant stone. Nice big round brilliant. I think, yeah, brilliant style pavilion. And a brilliant crown. It's just a kind of a different style of cutting for the crown. Didn't cut a standard brilliant style, but it is basically a brilliant style.
Cool in the men's ring too.
Yeah, it'd be a good men's ring.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, it's a nice color.
I really like that color. It's very This question is the picture more accurate or the video, or what would you say of the color?
Well, as I'm looking at it now, it has more pink than either of these two. It's more, yeah, there's a little more pink to it than what I'm seeing on those. I don't know if we can try the camera again.
Sure.
What about when you're holding it? Is that a little bit better?
No, it didn't really show the color.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sometimes it's hard to get these colors
doesn't
right.
show the pink that's in it.
Restart that camera. We can try and adjust for it.
I can remember where the...
And while we're waiting, getting this camera set back up, let's go ahead and prepare everybody for another giveaway. Let's go ahead and give away the final opal specimen here in a minute. I'll just need to take a couple seconds to figure out this camera, but tell us in the chat you guys are ready for another giveaway, and we will go ahead and take care of that. Also, for anybody new watching and you haven't gone to MoreGems.com to enter the giveaway, the link is at the top of the page. So head over to MoreGems.com, click that green banner, and enter yourself in. We've got 2 more. We're going to give away this opal, the opal specimen from Ethiopia. It's a crystal opal. It's non-hydrophane. It needs to be stored in water, so it's just a display specimen. And we have one other $150 digital gift card for MoreGems.com. So if you haven't gotten your entry in, go ahead, go over there, get it in. We'll be doing that in just a minute. And yeah, we'll do that.
Let's see if I can get some light on this. Well, too much light. There is a lot of color in it. There, that's better. It's better without it, actually.
Go ahead and hold it closer to the camera.
Whoop, whoop. How big was this?
That one, 364 carats.
So. Good.
All right, we ready? Spin the wheel. All right. Jeffrey is spinning the wheel right now.
All right. Check this.
Huh? I did. I thought I heard it. Maybe it clicked off. Oh.
All right, let's check the profile. All right, the winner of the opal is Carol W. from Gastonia, North Carolina. It's getting late. All right.
All right, congratulations.
Yes, Carol W. You are the winner.
Cool, Carol. When we ship it to you, it won't be in the water. It'll be in some moist paper towels. So you'll just have to refill that jar. But make sure that you keep it in water, because this is a type of material that will it'll dry out and it'll start to craze if it's not stored in water. So it is a display specimen, and we recommend, if you don't want it to have a bunch of cracking over the surface, to keep it in water.
What kind of opal was that? Is that Ethiopian?
Yes, but it's not hydrophane like typical willow opal is. See if we can get this camera running and maybe...
We still got one more giveaway for a $150 gift card to MoreGems.com to give away. So that'll be coming up shortly.
I saw it.
Still working on that camera.
Got it.
Got it?
All right, we're good to go.
All right. Well,
I don't know. You try...
Which
Is that maybe A?
We're still trying to figure this color out for you.
It's on right now.
Oh, try. Not standard. That's probably as good as. That's close, but maybe a little
She says she
bit
sees
more
the pink
pink.
now a little
Yeah,
bit.
there's a little more than even you see in this. It's yeah, a little more pink than what you see there is what I would call it. Yeah, which is really what Malaya needs to have, that peachy pink color in it. So. But beautiful gem.
And we do have another sale. So
Cool.
Joan picked up Michael's 10 karat round brilliant cut amethyst.
Sweet.
Cool.
Thank you, Joan. Yeah. I hope you enjoy it.
Yes, cool piece from Michael. One of his first. What stone is this of you?
Oh, I counted the other day.
Which one is this?
I don't know.
Yeah, you've cut and sold most of them.
There's I think it's under 20, but one of the first 20 for sure.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Well,
Thank you.
Rhonda is upset because she had some technical difficulties and wanted to purchase this as well. I didn't know if you're going to be cutting any more amethyst, maybe.
I will be cutting more amethyst. I have a lot of amethyst. Me and Steve both. So stay tuned. I'm sure we're bound to cut another, at least a round for sure. So
Okay, cut another one, Mike.
yeah.
Michael, cut another one.
Yep.
So. Okay, what stone's up next? See, as I've kind of lost my order here. So this is tourmaline. This is an opposed bar cut, or sometimes called what's it? Pixel cut, like pixelated. This particular stone I think was from Congo. Was it? Yeah, it's from Congo. Yeah. And there's kind of why they call it a pixel cut.
Yeah, a friend of ours, Jordan Wilkins, had posted to, I think it was to Reddit, but everybody, they started calling it the pixel cut, or they'd say, this gem looks censored, and just a bunch of funny comments like that.
I like that.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool. So brought a lot of light to this cut, which is pretty neat, and it is a really cool looking cut.
So it weighs 5.41 carats, again from the Democratic Republic of Congo. Kind of a green with a little bit of blue to it. Praise value on this stone is $49.80. Our price online $23.50. The 15 off gives it to you for $19.98 or $369 a carat. There gives you a good idea. Just nice action to the cut. All right. The next stone we sold.
So this one was sold earlier. This is the 6 karat zircon. If anybody was interested in just seeing that. That color.
Not real accurate. It is more reddish. Yes, there you go. That's better, Mike. Yeah, closer, but always a challenge getting the stones to appear as they actually are, but we do the best we can on the website, and we think they are generally very accurate, and we don't get complaints about the color not being as represented. And I think this one also sold.
Yes.
So, which really pretty color in this gem too. Next one is a Marilani Mint Garnet. Yeah. And this was the stone on our last trip that they said had gone crazy in Tanzania, price-wise, as well as Savarite Garnet. And we'd experienced kind of slow sales until we got back from Kenya and Tanzania, and then the market just went crazy. Which is kind of how things go in this business. Things are just sporadic, and something happens that the market gets hot, and then it's just hot everywhere. So this one, 1.29 carat. This is basically a lighter color Savarite. This is basically Savarite garnet that has a lighter blue-green color. Comes from a byproduct. It's a byproduct of the mining of tanzanite. And that's pretty much the only place that this color comes from. Not a big stone, but really, really nice color. Nice brilliance, as garnets always have. Get it straight, maybe. Well, anyway. Whoop. So 1.29 carat appraised value of $2,060. Our online price $1,290. 15 off is $1,097 or $850 a carat.
And while Steve puts that back, I guess I should make the final announcement here. This is going to be upcoming. It will be the last giveaway of the evening. So if you haven't already, if you just tuned in, go to MoreGems.com, go to the top of the page, hit that green banner, and sign up for the last $150 digital gift card for MoreGems.com. We'll be doing that shortly. Yeah. Anything else on that, Jeffrey?
No. And if we appreciate you guys staying with us and watching. If you haven't gave us a thumbs up on the video, if you could just click that little button below, give us a thumbs up. And again, if you want to subscribe, get all the newest stones that Steve releases and some educational videos, hit that subscribe button. We do appreciate it. You'll be part of the 100,000K army that we have that are subscribed. And again, if you have any questions of anything we talked about in the show, please post them in the chat. Any of the stones that you see on the show, we also do custom designs. That's a lot of what we do. So we'd be happy to custom and work with you to custom design something with one of the stones tonight. All the stones are available, MoreGems.com. Use coupon code PARTY for 15% off that sale price. We have credit card, PayPal, and financing through a firm and a few other ones. But if you see any stones that are still available tomorrow when you want to do layaway with 20% down, we can do a layaway starting tomorrow. Question, Steve. Question was the two umbellites that we have on the show tonight. I know the carat weights were pretty different, but someone was asking why the biggest price difference.
Yeah, well, I had the same question just before the show, and I thought about changing that, but it's difficult to do after a while because a 7-carat umbellite like this, although it's not as high a clarity, because it was an SI1 clarity, which affects the value somewhat, but not as much as that would appear, because the color on this stone is great, and it definitely could have been more money, but I bought it right, and a lot of times that is part of the determination of the final price. I mean, the value of the gem overrides that often, but sometimes it just, you buy something right and you pass it on. I have a markup I'd like to get in things, and some things like the big garnet, the 16 karat, I had to pay a lot of money to get it, but it's such a special stone that I paid it. The other stone, the piece of rough just worked out well. I got a bigger stone out of it, and I was into it for a lot less money. So those are the things that affect the pricing. When you get a stone that's a 16 karat in this kind of color, you pay what you have to pay to get it, and that's part of it. But it's still in where the market price of these umbellite garnets are. 500 a carat for a 5, 6, 7 carat top quality umbellite is not excessive, and to get a 16 carat in the same price is still a well-priced stone, but the other stone was just really well priced. Yeah. Not much, no other reason. And, like I said before, I thought about changing the price of that stone because it just was very inexpensive. But, Martha got a good deal. Yeah. So it happens. So 3 stones left, and a couple of extraordinary stones that I cut today are in this bunch. And here's one that's another tourmaline from the Democratic Republic of Congo. This is cut in a Berrien-style emerald cut, which, as I've talked about before, they used to call me Mr. Berrien. Now I'm Mr. Step Cut, but
Dana and Ma love that.
Yeah, this is really a great tourmaline, and the cut just really worked. Which this style cut works very, very well in lighter colors. You get into a deep colored stone and it's not as effective, and that's why I knew this was the right cut for this gem. Just as extremely brilliant. This weighs 9.82 carats. Appraised price of $3,520. Our price online $2,390, and with 15 off, it's $2,032, or $207 a carat. And this is another one that the price is actually very, very low for what it is. Green tourmalines have hit more into the $300-400 a carat price range. And so this stone, in my opinion, is a really good value for what it is. Can't quite get it right on there.
Yeah, that is really brilliant.
Yeah, it does have nice life.
Yeah, these Berrien styles you've been cutting, they do have a lot of life to them. I've noticed that the past couple that you cut.
Yeah, like I say, you just got to pick the right color for it to accent it best.
Is that generally with the lighter shades?
Yeah. Otherwise, they just get dark on the ends.
Okay.
You know, you try and cut a tanzanite like this and it just has no life on the ends. Whereas this, you got full brilliance all the way down the whole length of the stone.
All right, Jeffrey.
Do our last one.
What do you say? I think it's time.
All right, we're gonna do our last $150 gift card giveaway. Let's see if there's any more that have been added. Okay, looks like we're good. All right, I'm gonna spin the magic wheel. The final $150 gift card. Thank you everybody for watching tonight for our 50th show. Can't believe we made it this far. And also, thank you for helping us hit that 100,000 subscriber
Yes, thank
count. If you haven't subscribed yet, join us, please. We'd love to have you. Love seeing all that. So, all right, let me see who this person is. All right, the last winner is Claudia G from, I believe, Hollywood, California.
All right, Claudia G.
North Hollywood, California.
Cool. Congrats. You got that $150 e-gift card from MoreGems.com. Jeffrey will be reaching out via email, and then we'll deliver that digital code to you in your inbox.
Cool. Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you, everybody else who had entered. We've got a couple more stones to go. So I'd suggest sticking around because these two, Steve just finished today. He made me put them on last minute, and they are a couple great stones. Yeah. So you'll definitely want to stick around and hear about them.
So this is a chrome tourmaline. You know, when I was cutting it, I thought it looked a little bit yellow, but the yellow didn't come out at all. Just a beautiful, beautiful green. And I think this style of cutting worked real well for the depth of color because it's very easy to get these chrome tourmalines to be over dark. It is their biggest issue is getting a stone of any size and not have it be extremely dark. But this one, the life is really... It surprised me. I was not expecting a whole lot out of this stone, but I was thrilled when it came off the dop, and it's just a beautiful gem. And getting over 2 carat in a good chrome is a challenge. You know, it's easy to find carat and a half stones, but 2 carat plus is much more difficult. You know, this is a nice clarity of stone and just a big face and really well cut, if I say myself. This is a style of, when this could have been an emerald cut, but I like doing this little bit of taper and doing 2 facets on the back rather than a single long facet. It just gives it this kind of life that you don't get from an emerald cut. So these come only from Tanzania. You know, it pretty much is the sole source for chrome tourmalines. We bought this actually in Kenya on our last trip. All this rough, we got probably 10 pieces of chrome tourmaline rough. You know, this one just came out really, really well. So this stone weighs 2.36 carat, appraised value of $3,055. Our online price $1,298. With 15% off, it's $1,103 or $467 a carat. Just really an outstanding chrome tourmaline. You know, chrome is probably the least expensive of the chrome color green stones, which would be Savorite. Actually, Savorite may be partly vanadium that does the color, but chrome is the coloring agent for this gem and emerald. So really, really a nice chrome tourmaline. Nice life, beautiful color. And the last gem is the rarest gem of the night. So this I bought in Tanzania as a cut stone, but it was a carat 87. Just had some fairly significant inclusions. I've recut it, didn't get everything out, but it does appear pretty much eye clean now. There is a little bit of something in the corners, but just a really great color. The recut came out well. It's a recut, so it's not perfect, but pretty close, especially compared to what it was. I did everything I could to maintain as much weight as I could and still get a really beautiful gem out of it. But the pink colors in Tanzanite are the rarest of the Tanzanite fancy colors, and they bring the most money. So this is carat 30. Praise value, there is no praise value because they're so rare that there's nothing really to compare to. But our online price is $1,690. With the 15 off, it's $1,437 or $1,100 a carat. I've had, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 pinks in my lifetime. I can't show it. It's too small to... But a really nice pink color, kind of a kunzite pink. And it actually has really good brilliance to it. But definitely the rarest stone of the night.
He's got big hands.
Fancy Tanzanite.
Big sellers.
Yeah, we've
Ones
done
that
well
always
with,
go
well
pretty
with
quick.
fancies. Yeah.
All right. That's all of them. So one thing I don't think we talked about, because we do have gem cutters that watch us, and could you talk about the machine you use to cut these?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Most of these were cut on the Ultratech V5, which is currently the machine that I feel is the best machine on the market. It's back here, and there are, I have a different machine at home, but this is the machine to own for many reasons. They're one of the few companies still in business that are producing machines that you can get parts for, you can get help with, because all the other machines I've ever owned, the companies are out of business, because they were strictly manufacturers of fastening equipment, and that market is relatively small. So, for a company to support itself on faceting machines has turned out to be very difficult. And like I say, all the companies that I've ever owned their machine, they've gone out of business. This is a company that's been in business for 55 years, probably 56, 57 now. and they will be around when you need help, because they're not only producing faceting machines, they're producing some high-tech equipment for medical industry and other industries. So they're not reliant on faceting machines for their whole business. So the likelihood they're going to be around when you need help is much better. And that's so important in faceting machines, because they don't hold up forever. They're something that if you use them a lot, the parts wear out or break, and you need replacement parts. So that's why this is the machine to go with. And it produces a great gem, as you can see in what I've cut. And it is something that when you invest in a piece of equipment, you might look at it and think this machine's $5,500. But you're into business for $5,500. You don't need anything else. There's $1,000 in extra equipment you need to actually facet, but you can be in total business, with a very small investment. So, and when you're buying a machine, you buy a used machine, you buy used problems. You buy this machine new, and you start fresh, and you start with something that you can actually produce a fine gem in a very short period of time. So, if you're thinking about getting into it, think about investing the extra money and getting, something in a piece of equipment that will help you do the job right. So.
Very cool. And I just wanted to cut in real quick, just to let everybody know, if you haven't seen it, we do have a new segment called Alice in Gemland. That's with Alice, our graduate gemologist here. And she shows all of our latest pieces. We've been kind of saving up for each show. So we've got a lot of great new pieces coming out on the next episode, which will be episode 3 of Alice in Gemland on our YouTube channel here. That should air it'll be either next week or the week after. But if you follow us on Instagram, Facebook, here on YouTube, you'll get the notifications, or if we'll be sending an email out as well. So stay tuned for that. We've got a lot of great new jewelry that just came out of the shop. And yeah, that'll be a good one.
Add to T. Higgs wants to know the next show. I know the first Wednesday of July, which is going to be July 3rd. Are we holding off on that show?
Probably.
Yeah, okay. we'll T. Higgs, we'll get it scheduled. I'll get the next 2 scheduled. I'll try and figure that out tomorrow, and then I'll put them on our YouTube channel, the dates, and we'll try and stick by those. But just kind of keep an eye on the YouTube channel, and you'll see when the next live shows will be.
All right, folks, remember, shop online at MoreGems.com. We want to thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and click the bell to get alerts from when we go live. Also, check out video links at the bottom of this stream. That's going to do it for us tonight. I'm Steve Moriarty. Keep on gemming.